and some others that might be in here. So Representative Thorpe, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. State Representative Bob Thorpe, LD6. With your permission, I'd like to pass these handouts. I'm going to try to be very brief. I'm not going to read the handout. I'd really like to indulge members to take a look at it. So some things that I'm working on right now. I'm trying to replace aging DPS officer housing in remote locations of the state. I'm trying to do that over a 4-year period. Total cost is about $8 million. RioNuevo is receiving about $14 million a year. So in other words, with the money that Rio is receiving, we could do it in 1 year and then have about over $5 million, $6 million left over. All of you are going to go back and face your constituents. And things that our constituents are asking for is more money for teachers. I'm very concerned about DPS officers and their pay. They haven't gotten all but just a small amount of pay increases over the years. And yet, if we go ahead with this extension, you know, we're gonna be up over 30 years for Rio, and I can guarantee you it's not going to end at 30 years. This extension will add another $250 million to the amount of taxpayer dollars that goes to this project. Is that my time?
My vice chair would have been proud. You finished in time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Members, questions for Representative Thorpe?
I have a question.
Yes, Senator Worsley.
Yes. Representative Thorpe, how do you get $250 million with $14 million a year for 10 years?
Representative Thorpe.
Yes, Senator Worsley and Mr. Chair, because what we're talking about is from this day forward, so now we're talking 17 years at roughly 14 million a year plus inflation, of course.
Senator Worsley.
Mr. Chair, that's it's already a law that it will be in place until 2025. So we're talking about $14 million a year for 10 years.
And Mr. Chair, it's in my discussion right here in my notes. If you take a look at the notes, one of the developers is actually pushing for really extending this out to 2050. Is a document or a statement that they made in a publication.
Well, we can only contemplate the bill in front of us.
Absolutely.
Any other questions for Representative Thorpe? Thank you very much, sir. Representative Lawrence, come on up.